Chuck Karstensen, Course in Miracles, number 81. And today I am talking about defenses against the truth. So when I talk about against the truth, that's not necessarily a good thing. It's like the block, the wall, the barrier, the screen that can, help in not a good way, keep you from living the life you're meant to experience, the wholeness, the goodness, the abundance, the happiness, those kind of things. Those words are things you want: abundance, wholeness, goodness, happiness, right? That's what we want. But the defenses against truth are very, very interesting. And I'm bringing it up this way because we all do them. In fact, when I started the Course in Miracles, remember I had my eye surgery and I talked about this blind spot. A blind spot is something you're not aware of that in theory could be a defense against the truth. And it is a conscious decision, but then we forget it and don't know it's a conscious decision, which is right there. Like, wow, why would we do that? Why would you defense against the truth? Because somehow your ego thinks that the truth is bad. Like your life's going to be worse if you walk in truth. And I know truth, people are like, well, there's all these religions and they think this is the truth and that person thinks that's the truth. We're not going to go there right now. Like the truth, it doesn't matter. It is there no matter you believe it or not. That's kind of a little bit what I talked about last week's episode. And we have to understand it by experiencing it, becoming aware. I coach basketball, 6th grade. My son Lucas in 6th grade. And we are trying to get better. Now, if we never picked up a basketball and then you go pick up a basketball, not going to be great because you're just starting. Then you've been playing 2-3 years and doing drills and skills, and then you get better and you have some success, but then there's other teams who play that are better and they beat us. Sometimes close games, sometimes they seem to kick our butt. That's kind of how life is. We start somewhere, we get better, we do some things, get better, but then certain things seem to be like, well, that's going better for that other group, that other team. And that's part of how we experience life. However, when we're talking about now truth compared to a sport of getting better improvement, it's the awareness. This is something that I didn't think I was aware of. Defenses against the truth, at least using that language. So what is a defense against the truth? One of my lessons today, or the lesson today in the Course of Miracles, is sickness is a defense against the truth. Meaning, in the Course of Miracles, you can't have sickness when you're walking in the truth, knowing the truth, living in truth. There's no sickness. Now, that seems crazy because there's always somebody around you that you hear about that's sick. You're like, that can't be. In reality, in the kingdom of God, there's no sickness. So back to me, when I had the blind spot, that was a dis-ease that I had because I had a non-awareness or a defense against truth that at least I became open or more aware of it by having that. Same with my heart issues. That, say, if you have an eye problem, you have a heart problem, when you have those problems, you have some kind of defense against the truth. For example, I'm using me as an example. Then there's this awareness, like not only is that a physical issue, I was like, this is actually a spiritual issue. I have defenses against the truth. And I'm bringing it up, talking to you on episode 81 in the Course in Miracles, because if I do, many, many people do too. And it'd be helpful to know that, boy, I'm actually against truth, basically. I want to do something else. So I said sickness is one of those. Now, what's another one? Fear. Fear, when you think about things that aren't real, that scare you, hold you back, keep you from being your best self, that is a defense against truth. Many people have fear. Depression is a defense against truth. For example, many people deal with depression. They're like, this is something that's occurring to me. And people have different arguments of how, why, where it comes from. It is a defense against the truth. Truth is something else. It is not depression. It is not sickness. It is not fear. And those are defenses that keep you from truth. Unforgiveness. I've talked about forgiveness in many episodes. Holding unforgiveness is a defense against the truth. Like, I don't want the truth. I want to be pissed off at this person. That is an example. Or I want to be scared of these things. Or I want to feel bad about myself a long time. You might be like, I don't consciously think about that. Yes, you do. And then you decide somehow in your mind that you don't, and it's some other person's problem. And that is the challenge for you and I to undo the defenses against the truth. There's probably other ones I could mention. Try to keep these episodes not too long. And hearing some of this, many people would be like, you shouldn't say that, Chuck. Yes, you have a defense against the truth. There's probably nobody listening that has a defense against the truth. I admitted a couple of mine that were going on during this whole process. And there's other ones I've got to, undo, I suppose, the lack of a better way to say it. Judgment's a defense against the truth. So hopefully this helps you understand that you have defenses against the truth, which means it keeps you from happiness, keeps you from goodness, keeps you from wholeness when you have these defenses. So we shouldn't have these defenses. That's part of the lesson today. Have a blessed day.